What's up? What's up? Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Saturday night, and welcome back to ROM Hack Races. I hope y'all are doing really well. How's it going? Make some noise in chat if you want. It's good to see you. We got something pretty tough tonight. Are you ready for some big sports? Because we've got some Chuck level. No, that is the name of the level. It is some Chuck level. Week 327 around here from Fyre150 and Mason, which I'm sure a lot of you know their work. They are both exceptional makers in their own right, and them teaming up is something to behold. If you're new and you don't know what we're doing here every Saturday night, that's right here. We have a never-before-seen Super Mario World Kaizo level. The racers do not know what they're in for. They have never seen this, but they do have some difficulty rankings given to it by the testers who played it throughout the week. This week's ratings are pretty tough, and we'll have to see who can big sports the best. Execution tonight, 7 out of 10. Complexity, 8 out of 10. And the racers also know that there are 2 sections in total. Like I said, Fyre150, gotta add the 150, and Mason, the makers tonight. And we got 9 brave individuals who have signed up to do this. B2DE81, Bunker Games, Germdove, Ike SMB, Louis Duce, Roke Games, Trashlord Oscar, X Gamer 2009, and You Fail Me. We've got our wonderful friend What's Up Dot. We love our trans comrades running the restream tonight, pressing the buttons, making everything look real nice, rotating folks in as they make progress. And we've got scouts who are watching all of the rest of the racers who are not on the screen, letting us know who to rotate in, and hopefully you'll get to see all the clears. Those scouts, Citrus Gremlin, Blue Ribbon High Life, and Star-Lord tonight. Thank you so much for doing that. It is a very, very, very helpful thing. I am Glitchcat. You probably knew that, but hello, hi, that's me. I will be bringing you the play-by-play. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about what's going on, or Kaizo, or any mechanic that I didn't discuss, please feel free to just ask in chat. While you're at it, you can go and check out romhackraces.com to download this patch, plus any, plus any of the other 326 levels that we've had. We've also got a Discord server if you'd like to jump on and hang out with us, and you can get levels right on the Discord server with the get level command, helping us out. Our friend Kelgand doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, making bots and things happen. We've got the ROM Hack Races base ROM on the website. Lots of fun to have, and I hope you're ready for some fun. Please feel free to put your favorite streamers' emotes up in chat if you're here to cheer someone on in particular. Make some noise. They'd love to see it. We've got B2DE81 on screen in the upper left. You Fail Me right across from them, upper right. X Gamer 2009 down there in the lower left, and Trashlord Oscar to round it out. Some really talented players. You are going to see good racers race against other really good racers. This is a tough level, but I know they're up to it. Of course, as we say, it is a challenge of consistency and one-shots. Which team are you on? Whether or not the racers can be consistent at parts they've already learned, or whether or not they will one-shot something and make a little bit of progress. But with these difficulty rankings, the third sort of X factor might come into play, insight. Whether or not the racers can just have some insight. We are ready to go. Let's do it. Press buttons. Good luck. Week 327. It's some Chuck level from Fyre150 and Mason. Let's kick it. Right off the bat, it is time. It is time for big sports. So get your big oversized foam finger out. Get your peanuts and Cracker Jack, and we'll all go out to the ball game here. We've got football chucks. Of course, they are kicking footballs, and those footballs have a little bit of an unpredictable bounce, but they are able to be bounced on. You can bounce on footballs. You know, they're bouncing around. You bounce on them. I'm trying to explain that in more depth, but I think that's pretty much it. Looks like B2, X Gamer, Oscar, You Fail Me, all of them getting up and over the top here. But now we've got this rock in the way. So what are we going to do about that? Mario can destroy rocks if he throws an object at them, but there's no object around to throw. So how is this going to work? Looks like You Fail Me in the upper right has figured it out. Pretty cool little obstacle. I really, really like this. Thank you so much, too, for the raid, Revelug. Always good to see you. So we got the rock. We got to get the rock out of the way. And how's that going to work? Looks like B2 has an idea here, and You Fail Me has certainly picked up on this. So Mario can slide down slopes. Mario can also slide up slopes a little bit. And when Mario is sliding, he is in what I refer to as butt state. which is like sitting on the ground, kind of making that sitting animation. Mario's butt state is incredibly powerful, and I hope that's a brand new sentence. Mario, when sliding, can destroy enemies, and in this case, that's what we're going to use to destroy the rock. There is no other way to do it. They are just going to have to slide up the slope, get the chuck onto the bone platform down there, slide, and then bounce off of the chuck in order to maintain butt state and destroy the rock. While they are sliding, they cannot press left or right on the D-pad. Only a neutral D-pad will keep Mario in butt state. You fail me though in the upper right. Clearly understands this, getting past this. And now we've got some baseball chucks. Trash Lord Oscar, here we go, in the lower right. Looking for that sight read right now. Gonna want to hit the Kaizo block, and that will bop the chuck once. The chuck stops running. Hit the Kaizo block. That's gonna turn the, when the chuck turns around, he's gonna run at you. The Kaizo block is gonna cause that chuck to jump up in the air, and that is gonna get them across this, this lava gap. It's a gap full of lava. I don't know what to tell you. It's pink. I mean, maybe it's lava. I don't know. What do you think it is? Is it lava? Is it just a delicious, like, is it like piping hot Gatorade? Because this is a sports level, of course. You fail me in the upper right, though, with a chance for a sight read now. Getting under that chuck gate, and that is a little bit of knowledge. So, yeah, keeping butt state for the rock, and then having to divert the next chuck that you see. Ike SMB coming in here in the lower left. They know what they want. Da Vinci's fancy pink lava, excuse me. Maybe. It is pretty fancy looking. I don't know. I like this lava color. Pretty nice. Ike SMB in the lower left. Making it to the baseball chucks. They throw baseballs on kind of a cycle. They can throw multiple baseballs and then kind of take a little break. They want to wait for that winged platform. Well, it's a block, but it's a sprite. It's a winged question block. It is flying along down there, and they're going to want to wait for it to get into position so that they can get down and jump on it. Spin jumping onto the rock, and that sets Ike up in the lower left to try to get under this chuck gate. This is another type of chuck. We got the clapping chuck. He will jump when Mario is in the air, kind of above him, and you want to get underneath. But now Ike kind of trapped up here in Mario jail, but able to see what is coming up. So Ike, yeah, wisely kind of taking a look at this situation and just trying to figure out, okay, when I get here the next time, what am I going to do? Oscar 2 and You Fail Me, right side of the screen, both down, but making a little bit of progress. And this is, like I said, the dichotomy, consistency and one-shots. Now that the racers are a few obstacles in, they want to be as consistent as possible in order to keep getting tries at the obstacle they need to learn. But consistency or one-shots don't really help you out so much if you don't have the insight. And Ike looking for that insight right now. Okay. We see the door. Ike, the farthest along in the lower left now. Let's see if they can get that consistency. We've seen the door. And we've also seen that the door is being guarded. You cannot get in there because there are 2 yellow turn blocks. Now, if you know a thing or two about chucks, they love to charge. They are charging chucks. And when charging, chucks can break through blocks. And that's something I think probably all of the racers here will be familiar with. We've seen that in enough Kaizo hacks to kind of be able to recognize that situation. That's that insight I'm talking about. But the idea being, and Ike, I'm sure, is kind of thinking of some ways to get this to work, how to get the chuck that's down there to get up there and smash those blocks. We shall see. Ike looking for some moves here. Nicely dodging those baseballs. So what's it going to be? Ike in the lower left, kind of taking a look at this. They see the situation, and they're thinking about how to get this all to work. Oh, smart. All right, yo, Ike, pretty smart. I think they might be onto something. Here goes Oscar in the lower right, getting to the door as well. This could be a big one-shot for Oscar if they can pull this off. They like to charge, you know. They certainly do. Just like your phone and a micro USB cable. They're charging. Oh, I wonder, Oscar might have a different sort of idea. Huh. We'll see which one of those plays out. You like that little phone charging joke? Yeah, I thought so. Sorry, that was so dumb. No, please don't clap. That wasn't funny. Yo, Ike back again, though. Ooh, no, never mind. All right, trying to get back again. One thing to point out is that Chucks, for those that don't know, again, I try to gear my commentary a little bit for people who might be a little unfamiliar with Kaizo. I'm sure a lot of you already know this. If you do, you get 5 Kaizo points just for showing up. But Chucks have a wedge-shaped hitbox. So their helmet is kind of rounded. And I think that's kind of an attempt by the devs to simulate their sort of rounded helmet. What that means is that instead of like bouncing on a Koopa, where wherever you touch the Koopa, you will launch upward, with a Chuck, think of it like a wedge, and if you bounce on the left or the right side, you will get pushed off to the left or the right side, unless you kind of counteract that momentum. So watch out for racers kind of landing on the side of the Chuck that they need to land on, especially when they're crossing that big gap right by the baseballs, right when they get up to the baseball Chucks. They want to be landing on the right side. And here's You Fail Me in the upper right. Yeah, first time here, taking a look at this situation, trying to size it up a little bit and figure out what they are gonna do. Buzzy Beetles have a normal shell hitbox. Disco Shells are the other enemy with the wedge shape for their hitbox. Oh, hey there. Okay. Is that a little bit of cheese? And there's You Fail Me in the door on their first try. I think that's what Oscar was trying for as well. That's not what I believe Ike was trying for. But it certainly works, and here's Ike in the lower left. Yeah, they're trying for something a little bit different. Two options for that. We'll see if Ike and Ike's strategy works out. Looks like Oscar was going for that same strat, but You Fail Me, that's the power of the one shot. Getting in there ahead of the other racers. Now, necessarily the racers don't know where everyone else is, but they are, you know, it's the player versus the level. But this does give You Fail Me a chance to learn this second section, and now we might start to understand where the difficulty rankings in this level have come from. This is, might be a little bit of a tricky one, but I think You Fail Me's up to it. We got Chucks and we got blue blocks in this section that will harm the plumber. They are instant death blocks, so even if Mario is big, as he's given a mushroom right at the start, you will still die immediately from hitting one of the blue blocks, which prevents iframes, and thus would prevent a little bit of cheese. So Fail kind of just taking it all in here and trying to figure out what's up. They're seeing the coins. They got 1 coin and 2 coins. I bet you can guess what that means. You're going from one spot to the other spot. A lot of these racers, all of these racers really, are very good at reading the visual language. They've all played a lot of hacks, and there is a sort of generally agreed upon visual indication sort of lexicon that is helping them out a little bit. And this is something that I wish more players would do, and I'm glad more players are coming around on this idea. When you are big and you crouch, you are now 1 tile high instead of 2 tiles. And in so doing, you keep yourself safe. You allow Big Mario to traverse through situations that otherwise might be a little bit challenging. You can fit him into a 1 tile space, and we're seeing some crouch jumping strats going on as You Fail Me trying to kind of articulate this first obstacle in the second section. This is, again, where a little bit of the difficulty ranking is going to come into play, and yeah, we'll see. Certainly does look required. I mean, Big Mario wouldn't be able to fit through there. It would be a really, really tight fit, so trying. And keep in mind, like I said, that wedge-shaped hitbox. Here's Ike in the lower left. Okay. Ike, now they're using their idea here. Geez. Well, that was the idea. Turning the brown blocks on when Chuck is right in front of the coins Now suddenly Chuck is stuck in the wall, and that is going to cause the Chuck to kind of clip upward. That did seem like what Ike was trying to do. And now they're probably going to try to use that Chuck to get through. But here's Louis Duce in the lower right. Yeah, also getting the Chuck stuck in the wall. Chuck is going to jump. And Chuck is going to smash, but oh no. Oh no. They smashed the door. Oh, I've never even seen that. Chuck just actually smashed the entire door. Jeez. Oh my. Well, that does seem to be the play, but now they're gonna have to figure out how to have that not happen. Seems kind of important. Meanwhile, You Fail Me though, figuring out there was a little bit of a cheese for that. Smashing that door. What is this? I thought this was Chuck, not Kool-Aid Man. We got B2 in the upper left, Ike and Louie down below, working on the first section, and You Fail Me kind of finding their way through here. Is smashing the door vanilla? I don't think so. Small only doors don't really exist in vanilla. I think they're an unused object in the vanilla game. Like, they exist in the ROM, but they don't actually get used in the game. We bring them out for Kaizo because they're handy. Meanwhile, You Fail Me, certainly getting the hang of this jump here, using that Chuck. Okay, yeah, You Fail Me, even pausing to take a look at this situation. So You Fail Me kind of figured out how to articulate that first crouch jump. Meanwhile, B2 up at the top, but kind of stuck up there, my friend. Okay, yo, good info, Mason. Chucks only check the bottom tile to see if they're turn blocks. It also destroys the top block. Interesting. And there's Roke. Hey, what's up, man? All right, yeah, we got a race going on. Roke Games in the lower left, making it to the second section as well. Didn't see whether or not they used the Chuck elevator strat with the brown blocks or the cheese, but in any case, a checkpoint is a checkpoint. Yo, Fail Me here. A little bit of progress. They're definitely reading this situation very, very well. They used the cheese. Good. 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 Louis Duce, meanwhile, trying. Louis for a shot at the checkpoint. If they can get the Chuck to not. Yeah, there we go. Louis destroying the Chuck after it breaks only the bottom block, allowing them to get through, but still leaving a block below the door so they can stand. And there's B2. Nicely done with the cheese. Okay, so one way or another, we got all four racers on the second half now. You Fail Me with the most knowledge here, but we'll see if that pays off or if someone else is gonna get some insight quicker or maybe clutch something out with a one-shot. But now things are gonna get a little tricky. Keep your eyes on the upper right. You Fail Me certainly has kind of figured out the most of this so far, using that Chuck to cross the gap after the upper Chuck. And then up above that, there is a Chuck who is digging rocks. They are affectionately called Digging Chuck. And they're digging up the rocks and tossing them over to Mario. Mario can spin jump on those rocks, as we saw in the first section. And when spinning, Big Mario can break yellow turn blocks. So we're going to use that to cross the gap and move on to parts unknown. Very big jumps in this. This requires a lot of really good articulation. Roke making a little bit of progress getting past that Chuck. You Fail Me as well. Remember, like I said, that wedge-shaped hitbox for the Chuck makes jumping on the upper Chuck here with the 2 coins, makes that a lot more difficult. You have to kind of counteract the momentum that you're getting and land in just the right spot on the Chuck in order to kind of push yourself over it. Ooh. You know what? Honestly, I think the cheese is kind of fun. I don't think the point of the testing isn't necessarily to like de-cheese everything. That's kind of on the makers, isn't it? the point of testing is to make sure that the level is like playable, you know? Will the racers be able to handle this, to simulate the race ahead of time? I don't know, I kind of feel like we can't blame the testers for maker cheese. But in this case, I also think it makes it a little bit fun, you know? It's impossible to de-cheese everything all the time. And, you know, sometimes a little bit of an alternative strat. Racers are smart, and, you know, they're gonna find it. Racers are like water, you know? Kaizo players are a form of weather. If there's a crack in the design, they're going to get through. So, hard to out-clever the cleverest of us. But you feel me right now, working to get up on that rock. Louis Douce certainly seems like they know what they want here. Roke not too far behind, and B2 also making their way to the big pit of piping hot Gatorade. Louis was the only one I've seen who did not do the cheese yet. Oh, geez. Oh, that's kind of you to say. You're the best audience ever, and I only stay because of the audience and also the players and the makers. But really, I mean, you know, chat, you're really doing good work here. Good job, chat. I think you should all give yourselves a round of applause for watching. You're really good at watching Kaizo, man. You know, these racers they're all right, but you know, chat, you're on point. You're watching, you're paying attention, posting cool emotes, posting an H when someone gets a checkpoint. Like, you're the best. You're really good. You're really good at this. Yeah. Give yourselves a round of applause, really. B2 making their way. Okay, so we've got everyone kind of getting over it with charging Charles here in the first obstacle. Looks like everyone's kind of put together this crouch jump sequence. Louis, look out. Yeah, Louis getting dangerous. Louis is a very consistent player, and once they have learned something or just figured out a way to break it, they tend to be able to repeat their motions over and over and over again. So Louis putting the pressure on You Fail Me right now. It's heating up here. This big sports game. Yeah, You Fail Me. Kind of looking for another way. I think they're kind of questioning what works, and that can be a really good strat. They did get up there one time onto the rock, but the infrequency of their attempts is maybe causing them to think, okay, maybe there's a better way to do this. Also worth noting that the rocks won't actually roll off of the blue blocks. You see, they activate the vine so that the chuck can run through and jump, right? But then there's a little bit of lava on the right of that platform, just one little tile of it. That is presumably so that the rocks don't actually roll off the edge. Once the rocks touch the lava, they will just sink into the lava and they are no more. They melt back into the earth from whence they came. Yeah, Louis over here maybe has a different idea. Yeah, You Fail Me. Watch, you can kind of see the rocks just kind of melting away. Once they touch that lava, gone. Since we're talking about it, what is your favorite color of like Gatorade sports drink? You know, like what's your pick? You know, we're in the grocery aisle. We got to get some big sports drink for the big game. What color do you like? Ike with the H off screen. We got 5 racers on the second section now. Okay, also, good insight from Mason. The way Roke slides off the bone at the start and does bounces 7 on the chuck is the prescribed movement. Workable with other methods, but that's the gold standard. Okay, keep your eyes on the lower left. Certainly is kind of tricky to figure out how you want to articulate yourself. But yeah, Roke kind of using... I see what they're doing, yeah, because in a situation like this with a lot of kind of movement variables, you want to do what like Carl Sagan has prescribed and work from known constants. Right? If you can have something that's like the distance of your jump, the height of your jump is always the same. B2, trying that same strat as well. So by running and sliding off that platform, they ensure that they hit that bottom chuck in the same way every time. And that removes a little bit of the human error and variability from the equation, which is a really smart thing to kind of think about. Here goes Louis, though. Oh, look out. Louis. Oof. All right, so Louis. Yeah, and they've gotten past this this rock section now, so they are... Now they know, and knowledge for Louis is a powerful thing. Y'all like blue Gatorade? I like the purple. I'm a purple Gatorade fan. Blue is also acceptable. I think red is kind of mid. Louis though, look out. Yeah, Louis do say, here we go. Yep, if Louis gonna start getting past those rocks, now that frees Louis up to start working on figuring out the next section, and that is a dangerous thing. You know, whoever wins this is gonna get a big big sports cooler of Gatorade dumped on their heads, so maybe you want to come in second. Rogue 2, getting a little bit of a look at what's coming up next. We haven't seen any runs get past this next section after the rocks. So that's kind of what we're waiting for here. Louis, yeah, working on it. All right, I want to see arm circles, 10 of them. Ready, go. I'm just trying to see how many sports jokes I can work in. How many people are racing tonight? We have had 9 sign up. You are seeing the 4 who are currently in the lead right now. Ike, SMB as well, off stream with the H. And the scouts are letting us know who's making progress so we can rotate them in as they need to be. But 9 total signed up. Sometimes bigger sports difficulty, you know, you get I think more racers sign up when the metrics are a little lower, but that is why we put the metrics out in the first place, so that people can make kind of an informed decision about what they want to do. Yeah, speaking of Ike, here we go. Ike SMB coming in here in the lower right, and Louis getting another shot at this. I think Louis has an idea. So we're spinning across those yellow turn blocks, and we're coming up on a baseball chuck. Now notice, yeah, oh, you fail me as well. Okay, yo, you fail me and Louis. Really kind of neck and neck right now in terms of knowledge. But we're coming up on a baseball chuck, who obviously is gonna throw baseballs, and baseball chuck also does jump, right? He jumps up in the air, similar to clapping chuck. Right above that baseball chuck is a little blue square, and I'm sure most of the racers will recognize that as being a little square of water. And why would that be there? All right, think about that. Why is there a blue square of water? Well, when the baseball chuck jumps up into the water, he slows down. Right? The water makes him fall a little bit slower, and that means the baseball chuck is going to be in the air for longer. Now combine that with the coins that are clearly making a trail through that obstacle, and we might have figured out what we want to do. You Fail Me definitely seems to have the idea. Oh, there we go. You Fail Me, You Fail Me, sliding through there, and this is, didn't even mention, hasn't really come up yet, but this is ice physics. So every surface that you're walking on will be slippery. and that will cause Mario to gain horizontal momentum a little more slowly. It will also cause Mario to preserve horizontal momentum that he already has, making it easier to slide through underneath that baseball chuck as Louie gets through there as well. What's the concussion protocol? These chucks are getting beat up. Yeah, you know, I wonder. I wonder what that is. Are the chucks like Bowser's minions, or are they just simply their own squad? You know, like, are they just practicing and Mario's just kind of getting in their way? You know, is Mario the guy just kind of running around at the gym, like getting into people's faces and just being a bother? You fail me, look out. Yeah, we've certainly figured this part out. Crouching underneath that chuck, getting around there, and now the coins are leading upward. So you fail me trying to bounce right off the edge of that baseball chuck when it's safe and get on up to the top there. There is another chuck that the camera reveals in that moment, and presumably we're gonna need that guy. Louis Duce as well. Yeah, Louis and you fail me just neck and neck tonight. Fail back again for another try. Now it's coming in quick. This is all consistency now. But the harder these obstacles are, the more challenging it is to be consistent at them in the first place. Ike, though, nice strat, landing where the vine grows and making it so they don't have to jump right from the chuck to the rock, but instead they can kind of wait for a rock to show up. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not sure what's intended to either go straight from the chuck to the rock. It looks like it looks like the intended strat is to go from the chuck to the rock, but being able to hide out from the vine box and wait for an opportune moment is it's pretty clever. Yeah, chuck to rock is the intended way. Yep, here we go with this consistency. Yep, this is right now just a battle of consistency. You fail me and Louis on the right side. Both of them getting right to that point where they could make a big breakaway. I feel like they know what to do. They look at that, they understand the movement. They just have to get it to work. So a one shot here could really tip the scales in favor of one of these two racers. Or someone else. Let's not count out B2, Ike, or the rest of our friends hanging out here. You know, I want to point out too, like we say ROM hack races. This is a fun community event wrapped up as a race. We're here to cheer everybody on. The race is just the shiny packaging for a fun community event where we all get a little bit stronger and sport's our best sport. I like that. I didn't realize what that was at first. I like that little sports emote. You got any other sport emotes? What's your sports emote? Put them up in chat. Hey, yo, ice cream. That's my favorite summer sport. I could have gone to nationals when I was in high school, but coach didn't put me in. Some of these are sports. No, I'm just kidding. All of them are sports. Ah, you fail me. Maybe looking for a little bit of cheese. Not following that path over to the right. Yeah, you know, I played a little bit of pizza in college. We never got to the finals, but the marinara murderers were pretty popular. Louis, look out, Louis Duce. Small Mario, but big knowledge. Here we go. Yeah, Louis. Yeah, so I'm not sure. They might have wanted to keep the power, but Louis with a little bit of knowledge about what is coming up next. Yo, you fail me as well. Trying to get that same knowledge. They are really just neck and neck right now. Fail and Louis right now. And also, hey, you know, we got Ike over here. Yeah. It's really just coming down to, like, how consistently can they get back to the rocks? That's the part we need to get good at. The deeper a part is in the level, the more challenging it is to get back there over and over. But Ike, certainly not one to shy away from a challenge here. Really cool design tonight. Let's give it up for the makers too. Fyre and Mason. Look out, you fail me. You fail me in the upper right-hand corner. Big Mario staring down this this kicking Chuck. No dice, and here goes Louis in the lower right after. Louis as Big Mario, same death. Ike's turn in the lower left. Roke here coming in the upper left. Oh my. Oh my, I look away for 1 second and you fail me. On a brand new obstacle, and what's that up there? Oh ho. Do you see the sport fish hanging out up there? See that glittering little splorts fish? Touch that guy, you win the level. Sports forb. Okay, so yo. You fail me has seen the orb. And Ike, oh boy, it's gonna be a close one. You know, this is gonna be a really close race here. You fail me with slightly more knowledge, but Louis has already proven they can get back to that same spot, and Ike is hot on their heels. Roke here, trying to make this section work as well. I haven't seen how far they've got yet. Okay, yo, Ike. Okay, we're gonna be taking turns trying to get in this section here. The blue coin up there, they get around the bend with the chuck, and then they get into the middle, and that blue coin is telling them spin jump. Just for those that want to know, it's a kind of a common Kaizo indication. Blue coin, better spin. Oh, so Roke had a good one shot that got him to the fish orb, not on the main screen. Nice. Okay, that's actually good to know. That's actually good to know. So Roke in the running for this right now. I said this is gonna be a close race. Who's gonna make the big sport breakaway? Go 50 yards for the touchdown. Is it you fail me in the upper right? Off those footballs. Oh. Oh. All right, you fail me. Trying out some ideas here. All racers in second section. Let's go. Big sports shout out to the scouts tonight. Watching everybody else and making sure we all stay caught up. fail back again. Eyes on the upper right, please. That coin. Yeah, okay. Yeah, didn't bop the chuck this time, so they're still kicking footballs. What's it gonna be? You fail me thinking about this. Yeah, if you bop a football chuck, he will turn into a regular charging chuck. He loses his ability to kick footballs. So in order to get up there, only bop the football, not the chuck himself. Ball is in. Lava pool. Would you like to play again? You have selected no. You know, I really gotta hand it to the makers and the testers. This indication is so good. Louie here, looking for a break. But this indication is really for how brainy and kind of labyrinthian this obstacle structure is. The indication is really on point. This is a really good example of indication because it doesn't over rely on arrows and things. We just intuitive design mixed with coins that kind of direct your attention the way it's supposed to go. And Louie now getting a look at that fish orb as well. But it seems that there is a little bit more of a task here. It might not be quite that easy to go up and grab that forb. Oh, you fail me. Yeah, they certainly seem to have an idea there. Getting the chuck to kick the footballs along that little tiny area so that there will be a football to bounce on. And here goes Ike. Ike in the lower left. Ike for a shot at some knowledge, I believe. Yeah, they see what to do. Yeah, they get it. Remember that the floor isn't lava, but it is ice. And that does make platforming just a little bit more tricky. But you know, I regret not asking you this sooner, but I didn't think of the joke until now. But chat, I need to ask you something important. And this is really going to determine a lot here. A lot is riding on this answer. Are you ready for some football? Roke, hey, all right. Yo, Roke Games up here in the upper left, they're not big, but they are getting to learn. Or no, rather, they've seen the fish orb as well. Louie. I don't know. So we're getting to see one more type of chuck, and I do really appreciate the use of all the all team members here. Whole team's coming out for this one. We've got the splitting chuck at the end, and splitting chuck, he looks like one chuck, and then suddenly there's three chucks. You fail me. Oh man. And you know, the Groovy Goombas are looking pretty good post-season. They've all been putting in a lot of training time. Man, dude, give it up for these This is such a cool level. I'm really enjoying this one. The race is close, and while tricky to figure out, these obstacles are so well indicated. It doesn't seem like anyone's getting lost for too long. These racers are doing a really good job of just understanding the situation. Use every chuck once. Nice. Although there's a few, I mean... Well, no, there's... Wait, is there only one of every chuck in this section? No, there's multiple football chucks. Wait, is there? Wait, now I'm... Wait. Oh yeah, where is Whistling Chuck? Are they like the ref? Yeah, where's our pal Whistling Chuck? They're on the sidelines. They're the coach, because they have the whistle. Ike. And you fail me. Same spot. Exactly the same spot. You fail me. Yeah, I gotta think about this. Ike's down. You fail me. Nice try. Official difficulty ratings for this level tonight was a 7 for execution, 8 for complexity, and 2 sections, of which we are watching the racers on section 2. Louis, a little hasty. Fail a little bit, falling in the pit. Yeah, having the racers on section 2 of this before an hour is impressive. It is. It speaks to the skill of the racers, and I really think also the skill of this level and these makers, Fyre and Mason, in being able to just telegraph things so clearly. For all the wacky movement going on, this is really clearly indicated, and I'm like legitimately very impressed with that. And the testers for helping out, testing, noting things that could be added or improved. Ike, though, in the lower left, just kind of thinking about life. Waiting for the right football to come along. If you are Big Mario, look out. If you are Big Mario and you're crouching in a one-tile gap like that, if you stand up, your head is in the ceiling now and you immediately stop. So that's a kind of a good way to like control your momentum in that space and stop exactly where you want to. Hey, there he is! Whistling Chuck! And fail! And Whistling Chuck and fail! Oh, there he is! It's our buddy Whistling Chuck! He did get you! He did come to the game! He did! He was there after all! Oh, and that is the final trick, and it looks like Fail has figured it out. Whistling Chuck will wake up nearby fishes. Or summon some other enemies, but in this case, there's a sleepy fish up there, and when you bop Whistling Chuck, he's gonna start whistling, and that whistle is gonna wake up the fish. And since we can spin jump on fish, and since you need to be big in spin jumping to break yellow turn blocks, it looks like You Fail Me may have put together the final piece of the puzzle here. And now it's on Roke, Ike, or Louie to make that same conclusion. It's him! Every Chuck, one time. Oh, I'm glad we got Whistling Chuck. All right. Didn't want to leave him out, you know. He's got potential. I'm glad the coach put Whistling Chuck in, you know. It's his moment to shine. And here goes You Fail Me in the upper right. Potential. We've got potential. Waiting for that platform. You Fail Me for the win. There it is. Nicely done. First to the checkpoint and first out the door. You Fail Me. Nicely done. 47.50 the time. And that's a touchdown. Oh, Vanilla Dome 2. I remember that level from when I was a kid. It was too easy. Oh, it is Vanilla Dome 2. What do you know? We got Roke, Louie, Ike, SMB, B2, DE81 on your screen right now, hanging out. Yeah, put your favorite. Yeah, I like that referee emote. That's perfect. It's a goal. No flag on the play. No penalties. Just some good sports. Looking to fill out the podium here. We got other medals to give out. Could be Ike in the lower left. And to be clear, say you're watching fantastically talented players right now. Don't let the leaderboard fool you. These are all very, very talented individuals. Louie. But Louie, bopping that Chuck, though. Where are you gonna get a football from? Oh, maybe they don't need a football. Ooh, I guess they wouldn't need a football, would they? They could bounce on a football, or, as I think Louie has surmised, you could also bounce on that Chuck. Again, if y'all are just getting here early, or late rather, and you missed something, or you have questions about the mechanics or whatever, please feel free to shout it out, ask. We will point you in the right direction. I assume that by now everybody kind of gets how these obstacles work, but if you're just getting here, you want to learn something, please feel free. Here goes Ike again. Aren't we all just waiting for a football, man? You know? Isn't that just life? You know, crouched in a one-tile gap, waiting for the right football to come along. Louie's turn. Not quite. Yeah, Louis, very deliberately bopping that chuck. So they seem to think that either that is what you should do or that's what they're going to do. I guess it does make it maybe a little bit easier since they don't have to time the motion of a football. They just have to get the chuck into that position and he hangs out there for a second. We'll see. It's Ike's turn, lower left-hand corner, looking for that. Ooh. When that splitting chuck splits up, they want to hit that far right chuck in the air. Oh, man. Well, you know, I hope y'all are doing okay tonight. Thanks for making ROM Hack Races a little part of your Saturday. Once you're done following the racers, why don't you drop a follow for us here, because we do these races every Saturday night. And if you're having fun watching, you can tune in next week too. We're not done yet, but you know, just getting ahead of myself a little bit. If you'd like to sign up to help us volunteer, do some stuff around the shop, help us out, make these races run smoothly, we would love to have you. Forms are on the website and Discord. If you'd like to sign up and make a level or just hang out, whatever you want to do, glad you're here. I hope that you are all feeling comfy and sporting. Ike's turn. Ike with the with a chance. Oh, I think they cut that jump a little bit short. I think they had a little more jump on that. It's trickier than it seems. It's a very Kaizo thing to, you know, hit a bounce off of a moving object in the air. And we've seen that over and over again, all the way back to like Kaizo 1 with the midair thwomp at the end. You know, hit a midair chuck, hit a midair Koopa. Something is falling, and you have to match your jump so that you hit it in the air. That's easier said than done. Roke here. Yeah, Roke. Surely they can see that they need the big power-up to break that yellow turn block. But I think they were just kind of practicing the movement, which isn't a bad idea. You know, especially in a situation like this where you're doing it all RTA. Run out the dead runs. Get as far as you can. Practice what you can. Louis' turn and Ike coming up here at the end. Might be a close one. Louis. Oh, getting clipped right on the noggin. Oh, but Louis, yeah, they get it. Yep. That weird little squiggly thing is a fish. It might not look like a fish, but it's a fish. Specifically, those things are called rip van fish. So, rip. Louis, oh, a little hasty though. This might be charging Chuck's trap. I believe that is the case. Yeah, they're named after Rip Van Winkle, the who famously slept through the American Revolution. I forget who wrote the story of Rip Van Winkle. It was some author. Some guy, you know, some guy that was a writer. But yeah, he's the guy that I think the story of Rip Van Winkle is like he was like a woodcutter or something. He was like a simple Washington Irving. You know what? I was gonna say that. I don't know why, but like that was in my head. I'm like, well, if I say Washington Irving and it's wrong, then I'll sound stupid. But yeah, he was like a woodcutter, and he was out in the forest one day when he encountered like a group of creatures. Oh man, Louis. Oh, Louis, looking for that fish creature. Hold up, Louis in the upper right-hand corner, maybe for the win. Louis Douce, grabbing that fish. Off the fish to grab the fish. You know how it is. That's just how fishing works. Nicely done, Louis Douce for the strong second place sub-hour. Well played, well played. We got Bunker Games coming in here in the upper right. Roke, Bunker, Ike, and B2 down below. But yeah, Rip Van Winkle, he like met some elves or creatures in the woods or whatever, and he partied with them and he drank their spirits, and then he fell asleep for like a long time and he slept through the American Revolution, so when he woke up he still felt like he was British. I'm pretty sure that's the story. It's not as gripping as it was, I guess, in the mid to late 1700s. Really, it's kind of like a fantasy, right? Like, I would really also like to sleep for like a while. Like, these aspirational stories. Washington Irving, ultimate millennial, writing a story about how the guy got to sleep for a bunch of years. Like, oh man, he's so great. Yeah, wouldn't it be great? Yeah, that kind of sounds awesome. Get to party with a bunch of mystical forest spirits and then sleep for a couple years? Dude, where are they? Sign me up. Sign me up, Scotty. Here goes Ike. I feel like this is going to be pretty close. We're about to see some clears here. Ike, yeah, maybe next time. Oh, he ages while he sleeps? Oh, well, I guess that makes sense. It'd be weird if he didn't, you know? So he's like all young and spry, and then he wakes up an old man. That seems a little rough. I think it's funny that his name is Winkle. That's just funny, you know? That's a name you don't hear anymore. Back in the 1700s, you could get away with having a last name Winkle. Now I don't know, now you can't. I feel like the kids would make fun of you. Hey, what's up, Winkle? They'd call you Stinkle. Oh yeah, because he got 40 winks. Oh, I never even put that together. Yeah, because he got 40 winks. His name is Winkle. Oh. 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 Oh, I see. Although Rip is kind of like a cool... Rip is like a millennial parent name, you know what I mean? This is my son, Rip. Rip Van Slasher. Like, Rip McAwesome. Name him Rip Awesome Sauce. McGillicuddy. Winkle. As a kid, I recall seeing a puppet show of Rip Van Winkle. They did it with marionettes. Ike's turn. Ike Van Winkle. No. The new guy with the last name Hero. Was he really big into sandwiches? You know, Hero sandwich. I bet it's easy to be the actor if you're playing Rip Van Winkle. You just like lay there and you're just asleep. Like, all right, you're asleep. Like, can do, boss. No problem. I wonder if someone playing Rip Van Winkle like slept through the play. That'd be funny. It'd be so literal. Man, Ike trying for this. They know what they want. It's just trying to line up with those splitting chucks. Do you think charging chucks are like Bowser's minions? Or do they just like... Are they just kind of doing their thing? Here's Roke in the upper left with a neat little extra strat to just not do the spin jump and just slide over the rest of the gaps. That's actually a pretty cool little strat. It turns out you don't actually have to spin. Nobody else I've seen using that strat. I don't know why, but now I've got the name Chip Van Crinkle in my head. And I just think it's funny, and now you can think it's funny too. I don't know, dude. I don't know why my brain does these things. Ike, looking for it. Ike in the lower left, waiting for the fish. Yo, so close. And the little squiggle fish wins this round. Score 1 for Squigglefish. Ike, though, with the consistency. Here we go. Ike right back there for another try. They're gonna get this soon. Yeah, they figured out the timing for the split and chuck. Just waiting for that fish. Waiting for the fish. Ike up and over. Ike SMB for the win. Let's go. Sports horn. And that's a slap shot. Ike not getting stuck in the penalty box. Trash Lord Oscar coming in here in the lower left. A player with a lot of determination. They've been working really hard lately. Say, if you are impressed, go and follow these racers. There are a lot of really cool people in our community playing a lot of really cool Kaizo. You are one click away from a stream you're really gonna like. So, do yourself a favor. Yeah, I don't even know what that word means. Vuvuzela? I don't even know what that word means. To me, it's just a combination of letters that sound funny. Horns? Like an air horn? That's my impression of an air horn. Oh, like those curvy Viking horns. Oh, yeah. Like the horn of Gondor. Well, that sounds fun. I could bother all the neighbors with one of those. Apparently we are. I didn't know we were, but we definitely are. No one's getting any sleep tonight. Not with me around. Ah, we'll see to it. Yo, hey, thank you for the raid. You fail me. Congratulations on the win tonight. GG. Very well played. First to the checkpoint and first out the door. You fail me. Oh, here, I can do this. There, let's get some shout outs for these fine individuals. Join us in following one of the best. Team Groovy Goombas. You fail me. Pretty ironical name given how often they succeed at being awesome. I don't feel that I have been failed. We sure have been big sporting. It's a sportingly kind of evening. Makes me want to go, you know, I feel like I need to hit up the gym now. I've been going to the gym for a little while, and based on watching other people at the gym, I now know what all the machines do. There's the bench for sitting and changing your Spotify playlist. There's the hanging out and talking to your friends corner. There's the looking at yourself in the mirror. You know, there's the talking with your buddies in the locker room bench. B2 in the lower right. Oh, where you going, buddy? Oh, we got Roke Games, Bunker Games, Oscar, and B2 hanging out. If you're just joining us, you want to learn a little bit more. I assume that by this point, everybody knows how these obstacles work and what's going on here. But if you're new, you want to learn something, this is your invitation to ask. You are welcome to do so. EU time zone friendlier streams. I hear you. I hear you. Kind of all depends on availability from volunteers, but I know we got staff hanging around. Let's see what we can do about that. Even to have one a month or whatever, you know, at a different time. I hear you though. We got Germ Dove coming in here in the upper right-hand corner. They were just working on Poop Jump earlier today, so I imagine they're ready for some jumps. Some sport jumps. Are you ready for some sport jumps? Probably. I don't know. I assume you are. But just in case, if you need me to help you get ready, I'll see what I can do. How's your night going tonight? Got a race, just hanging out here with Roke, Germdove, Trashlord Oscar, B2, DE81. But how are you doing? Hope your weekend's going well. Hope you're feeling good tonight. I appreciate you all hanging out. What's on your mind? How's your sports? How's your game going? Feeling sportsy? Oh, yo, nice, yeah. Yeah, go team Thrillionaire. I just root for whatever team everyone else is rooting for. I hope they win. Go sports. What sports do you like? What's your sport? Do you have a sport? Maybe that's a weird thing to ask a group of gamers on the internet. So, Kaizo fans, what sports do you like? But I know we know we actually have some sports fans in the Kaizo community. I'm not much of a sports guy myself, but at the same time, I'm not necessarily gonna be like, sports ball, for the jocks, sports ball. I don't know. Sports can be cool. There's cool people that play sports. Athletics are all right. And plus, it's a part of culture, and, you know, I like to be at least aware of things that matter in the world, even if I'm not personally invested. So, like, I can follow a game of most sports. I know how football works. I know what position the linebacker is. My grandfather had a chance to be a pro linebacker way back in like the early, like the 30s. He had a chance to go pro, but then the war happened. I learned that story fairly recently. He was a linebacker. Skateboarding is pretty rad. I skated when I was younger. I never got very good, but I liked it. I still wish I could. Honestly, every time summer rolls around, I think to myself, like, this is it. This is the summer. I'm gonna buy a new skateboard, and I'm gonna go back down to the skate park, and I'm gonna brush up on my skills, and I'm gonna skate. I'm gonna build a little quarter pipe, half pipe in my backyard. It's gonna be awesome. And then I think, boy, I really like having my wrists. You know? Boy, it sure is nice to have my wrists intact. And that kind of puts me off it. But I like to skate. I skated when I was younger. Sumo tournament. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. If you don't want to go outside and touch grass, you can just like plant some in your house. Right? Like just dig up some of the floor and get to the dirt underneath. And then just put some grass down, and then you don't have to go outside anymore. Wait, midnight sumo on Twitch? That's actually amazing. I didn't realize you could watch sumo wrestling on Twitch. Nice. Yo, Trash Lord Oscar down here in the lower left, sporting their way forward. Oh, huh? That's cool. Midnight. I'll drop a follow. I'll see you over on Midnight Sumo. That's fascinating. I don't really know, like, you know, like all I really understand about sumo is that it's like kind of like wrestling, and it's like very like steeped in tradition. Like the ring has to be made a certain way, and it's like a certain size, and it's brushed. There's like very like, it's just steeped in tradition. Roke Games for that time-honored tradition of beating the level so close. Wow, see fans, Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard is the only mustard every time you're sporting real big. Dump it on hot dogs, burgers, pizza pie, or just swish it around in your drink for a nice yellowy texture in a sports beverage of your choice. Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard is the official sponsor of all big sports across all of Twitch. And Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard is the only mustard in the whole wide world. That's right, Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard comes in a big bottle full of yellowy mustard, and it's got lots of mustard in it, and there's also some yellow in there too. It's made of two things, yellow and mustard, so trust Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard next time you need some mustard to go on top of the other mustard that you got that's also Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard, because you can't mix the two kinds of mustard together or else they'll freaking explode. Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard. You better buy it. That. So to answer your question, I don't know. Are you talking about wrestling or wrestling? Like, cause like, are you talking about like wrestling, like Andre the Giant, John Cena, or like wrestling like the other kind of wrestling? The kind where you don't have pyrotechnics. I think it'd be funny if they like, you know, like high school, college, like wrestling that's like regular you know, just like actual wrestling. I think it'd be funny if they like did the same showiness, the kayfabe that they have with like pro like WWF wrestling, but instead it was just like some high school kid like, and making his way to the ring, Cody. You know, that'd be funny for like 5 minutes, and then it would get kind of old. I was never really yeah, like mom and dad have big signs in the crowd. I love you, Cody. Do a good job, sweetie. My buddy had a thing. My buddy was into local wrestling and had this thing with a like, not like pro circuit, but like the local shows that they have. And he had this thing set up. This was all planned out ahead of time between him and the guy, so they knew what was gonna happen, but nobody else did. He was like talking smack on the wrestler, and like again, this was the pre-planned bit, but nobody else knew this. So he's up in the stands talking smack on the wrestler, and then the wrestler like comes out of the ring and comes up into the stands and kicks him down a flight of stairs. And it went kind of viral on the internet for a little while, at least kind of locally, and everyone was like, "You're such a jerk to my friend. Like, you're such a jerk. I can't believe that, man. Why would you do that? He made him come up and kick you." And he just thought it was like the funniest thing because it was all planned out. And in this corner, weighing 125 pounds, straight out of 9th grade econ, it's Evan! Yo, what's up? Bunker Games coming in here in the lower right. Trash Lord Bunker down below. And in this corner, Roke Games! And Germdove too. Germdove's also here. I don't really know much about wrestling. Everything I've learned about wrestling has just been from cultural osmosis. Just the fact that other people around me have been into wrestling and I have heard them talk about it. But I do like Andre the Giant. I have a favorite wrestler and his name is Andre and he's a giant. Oh, yo, Oscar, Oscar! Ooh, trying for it. My friends used to do like a backyard wrestling thing on the trampoline, and they would like write out all the plot lines and have this whole thing going on, and they needed extras one time, so I was an extra for their thing, and I was Fantastic Dan, which is a reference to that one Simpsons joke. And I lived in a box, and they broke my box, and then they choke slammed me. But I wasn't hurt. It was a stage choke slam. It's a reference to a really obscure little Simpsons bit. I don't know. And that was my whole wrestling career. The WWF wrestling pinball machine is actually really super fun. Get the ball up into the little wrestling ring up top, bounce it around up there. It's pretty awesome. The World Wildlife Foundation Wrestling And in this corner, a grizzly bear. It's just a guy versus a bear. Just a regular old bear. I really like how I like the DIY ingenuity of everyone doing backyard wrestling things. I think it's just neat. I think it's cool, you know? My buddy would always bring home cardboard boxes and things, and those would be like the tables. They would always, just literally always hitting each other with boxes all the time. It was Three Stooges-esque. It was great. That's good, actually, Chibi. Yeah, I've heard bad things about that man. Never met him. I don't think I'd want to. He seems like he smells very strongly. Every time I see a picture of him, I can smell it, you know? And I don't like what I'm smelling. It's not what The Rock is cooking, it's something worse. See that? See, I worked in a little wrestling joke there. Like that? Like that one? John Cena, what I did there? Apparently John Cena's like an awesome guy, right? He's like a super nice dude. He like does a lot of Make-A-Wish. Kids want to meet him and he gives him a really good day. I feel like that's really nice of him. Yeah, good for him. Good guy. Good guy, John Cena. See, I only know him as the person. His character is lost on me. Was he a bad guy? Germ Dove, looking for a play up here. There is a race going on. Just kind of chatting with everybody. We got Roke, Germ Dove, Trash Lord Oscar, Bunker Games hanging out with us. Just looking for a clear. Again, we're talking about what this and that. If you'd like to know a little more about Kaizo or what's going on here, please feel free to shout it out. Break the wrestling. Do a chokehold, and feel free to just ask, get info, whatever you need, we got you. I just assume at this point most people understand how this level works and what we're looking for, but if you just got here, you want to learn something, do it. He was a good guy that won all the time, so he's a one-punch man. So he's bored with winning. I don't know Freddie Freeman, but that sounds like a cool thing for him to do. I was in Bunker here in the lower right. Look out. Big Mario looking for that big sport jump. I was into hockey when I was a kid. I would watch it with my dad. Well, my dad liked hockey, so I'd watch hockey with my dad. We got to go see the Pittsburgh Penguins play a couple times. That was pretty cool. I saw Mario Lemieux. He was like on the team at that time. Jaromir Jagr. I think Tom Barrasso was in goal. So I know a little bit of sportsing. Trash Lord Oscar. Oh, look out, my friend. Ah, nicely done though. Oscar getting some deep runs. Yeah, I was a kid. We went and saw a game at the Igloo. This is kind of funny, but my dad worked at this place years ago. I promise this story is going somewhere. This is the story of how we got tickets to go see the hockey game. You know, because my family didn't have a ton of money growing up, like not enough to spend on hockey tickets, but my dad got hockey tickets, and he used to work at this place, and him and his buddy had this ingenious plan to win things off the radio. And when I was a kid, we would like somehow he would always be like, "Oh, how'd you get this free pizza, Dad?" Like, "Oh, I won it on the radio." "Dad, how'd you get this set of power tools?" "Oh, I won it on the radio." They had this really ingenious system, which he finally let me in on. Oscar, though, back again, trying to get in on this ending. Oscar, for a chance. Hold up, hang on, let's see what Oscar does here. Oh, nice try. But so, my dad and his buddy had this system while they were at work. They would be listening to the radio, and then this was like early 90s, so this kind of thing still existed. Cell phones weren't a thing, so the radio would have a thing, and it would come on the radio like, "All right, hey, you're listening to K505 FM The Verge. Be the 12th caller, and you can win tickets to go see the hockey game." And so one of them would call. There were two people. They work in tandem. My dad would call and be like, "Oh, sorry, you're the first caller." And then while he was on the line, his buddy would call and it would be busy. But then he would hang up and his buddy would be the second caller. And then he would call while his buddy was on the line, and then he'd be the third caller. And they would just keep leapfrogging like that until they won things on the radio. And it was awesome. And that's how little me and my dad got to go see the hockey game. Because he was the 20th caller and the 21st caller and the 19th caller. He was all the callers. Yeah, and they would like trade off who won the prize. Like, all right, you're gonna be the 20th caller this time. Pretty clever, honestly. Oh, yo, Bunker, nice little loop around. I saw that. Did the radio station ever catch on? That's a good question. I do wonder. I never knew the answer to that. I'll have to ask him sometime. Yes, and they're still hunting him to this day. We had to move 6 times when I was little. They sent armed guys to our house. That was my whole childhood. Just moving city to city, evading the radio goons. Dad would scam the local radio and we'd have to move. I'd say, "Dad, why are you doing this?" He'd say, "It's the principle of the thing, son." And then we would have another slice of free pizza. I got so sick of eating pizza. It's still there. They're just waiting for him to slip up. Yo, we got B2 coming in here in the upper left. Germ Dove, Oscar, Bunker Games hanging out with us. Oh, sorry to make that Roke Games. Oscar, lower left-hand corner with a chance at it. Come on, buddy. I believe in you. Don't count Oscar out, man. He's a gamer. I've seen Trash Lord Oscar do fantastic things with games. We were hanging out at GDQ. He was ripping up all the pinball machines, like literally ripping them up with his bare hands. It was carnage. Oscar, oh man, getting consistent though. Oh my, y'all doing okay? What's on your mind? I don't know, hanging out, watching these runs. Again, if you got questions, if you want to learn a little bit about what's going on here, please feel free to ask. I just assume at this point in the night, everyone is pretty familiar with the mechanics and what they want out of this. Oscar looking pretty good here in the lower left. Roke and Germdove looking for their chance as well. Oscar just needs to get this timing right. When you get close to those splitting chucks, they will split. So they gotta kind of time the movement forward to hit the football in such a way that you get out there and the chucks split when you want them. Not easy, but I think they're up to the task. Yeah, it's tricky, yeah, and the sort of it's a position, so you have to kind of like understand that position where the chucks are going to split, and then still actually get off of the chuck on their football helmet shaped helmet. If you could add a sports chuck to Mario World, what kind of sports chuck would it be? You know, there are lots of other sports for the chucks to play. What other kind of attacks and what other kind of chucks would there be? Curling chuck might be cool. You know, he sends a little curling stone at you and it breaks through things. You could spin surf on it, that'd be neat. Oh, yo, golf chuck, yeah, that's cool. I like golf chuck. Horse racing chuck. How does he attack? Surfing chuck, roller derby chuck. Just knocks you down. Oh, yo, highlight chuck. You wouldn't even see it coming. Why is there a shoveling chuck? Come on, you've never seen competitive shoveling on ESPN? I'm rooting for the Boston shovelers. They dug 50 holes in 20 minutes. That's a league record. Dodgeball Chuck is good. I like that. Javelin Chuck, also nice. With the assist by Hector Zeroni. I just picture Equestrian Chuck riding like a dark Yoshi. Like evil anti-Yoshi. I don't know though. I don't think the Chucks are evil. I don't think they're evil. I think they're just guys. Well, we don't even know. They might be girls or non-binary just because their name is Chuck, and that's kind of male-coded, I guess. But, you know, they could be anybody. We don't know. But I don't know. I don't think the Chucks are evil. I think they're just sportsers. Yo, Zamboni Chuck, that'd be cool. Then you could like bop the Chuck and ride on a Zamboni. Yeah, true, yeah, you know, sports are available for everybody. Maybe it's like a Samus kind of thing, you know? They take their helmet off and they're like, have like long flowing hair. I think we're going to States this year, personally. Especially after we diverted all those funding from science and the arts into the new football stadium. With a stadium that big, can't possibly lose. I've always thought it would be kind of fun to make a Mario World hack where you are Chargin' Chuck, and instead of having Mario powers, you have Chargin' Chuck powers. I think that'd be neat. Roke, oh, yo, look out. You know what else would be neat? Roke in the upper left, looking for that clear. Careful. Ah, jeez. When does the Chuck change directions for the boulders? I'm not sure, actually. Chuck wants to toss the boulders toward you. So when you're on whatever side you're on, he will throw the boulders in your direction. But when that change happens, I'm not exactly sure. Me too. Oh, getting in the floor there. But I don't know. Yo, let's give it up in chat for these racers. Real team players tonight. Taking on this really tough level. Showing a lot of dedication and giving 110%. I want to say thanks again to, oh, hold up, yo, Oscar, nice try, my guy. Want to say thanks again to the volunteers who help make these races possible. Of course, what's up Dot tonight on the restream. We love our trans comrades. Kaizo is for everyone, and we're glad to have our trans comrades with us. Blue Ribbon High Life, Mythrillionaire Marcy, and RB Pimlico testing this week from a great level from Fyre150 and Mason. Citrus, Blue Ribbon, and Star-Lord being excellent scouts, earning that Kaizo Sport Merit Badge. And you all for hanging out and being cool and chill and funny and chatting and hanging out. We got about 12 minutes to go. We schedule 2 hours a week for these broadcasts. The racers are more than welcome to keep playing. We have recorded clears long after that mark, but our broadcast and volunteer time extends about that far. So looking for some clears in the next 10 minutes. And then, you know, we'll see. You can go and watch on their own channels, which if you haven't already, I highly recommend following these racers. Again, there are just so many cool, kind, talented people in the Kaizo community, and you are one click away from a stream that you're really gonna like. Of course, also our friends behind the scenes, BD, the ever wonderful, helping us out with so much, and of course Fen, Spirits of, as well as like Amper and Underway and Kelgand, doing a lot of stuff for us behind the scenes. We really, really appreciate that. I will say, you know, speaking of Kaizo stuff going on, QLDC is happening right now. I think the submission period is still open if you want to submit a questionable level design for the questionable level design contest. I would love you to. I'm not a judge, thankfully, but the judges who are there are awesome. And submit some stuff and make Oth play silly levels. Always a good time. Submit your silliest, most questionable. Can't wait to see what people come up with. And, you know, I got a little sneak peek of the 72-hour KLDC. I'm not at liberty to say too much right now, but got a little sneak peek today, and you may be hearing about that pretty soon. If you want a little bit more, you want to learn a little bit more, head on over to SMW Central. I'm sure most of you probably already know that, but if you're looking for where to go for Kaizo on the internet, SMW Central is your place. Yeah, Oscar, dude, I feel for you. Oscar really putting in some work here, trying different things, different approaches when the thing they're trying doesn't work out. They're putting in the work, man. B2 as well. Yo, B2 in the upper right, looking for it. Ah. Roke here up in the upper left. A lot of close calls. Late game. Oscar. Oh, geez, that was it. They had the timing, Oscar. Oh, man. They had the timing and everything. They're gonna get it, man. I believe. Shoutouts to the determination of these racers. I mean that. I really mean that. Some excellent determination here. RomHack Races is the player versus the level. The race is just the fun framing device, but the real nuts and bolts of it, the real big sports, just the players and their own abilities and their own determination. Oscar, man, my guy. 5-minute warning for our broadcast, but again, if you want to see how this ends, I highly recommend check out these racers, go to their streams, give them a follow, give them a sub. They could really use that, and yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I'll try to stay impartial as a host, but Oscar's been looking pretty sharp and getting some pretty deep runs. So statistically, I think Oscar has the best shot right now. They consistently get to this ending part, which helps them learn. Ooh. Hiding in the lava there. Although B2 and Roke doing pretty well themselves. B2, oh, getting those chucks to split is just really tricky. Let's say we got a little bit of extra time here. Just want to thank you all again for making ROM Hack Races a little part of your Saturday. Chat, you're an important part of our team, and we really appreciate being able to do these races for everyone. So thank you for hanging out. Thanks for your good vibes, cheering everybody on, keeping a positive and supportive atmosphere here. Real teamwork, 110%. I'm taking everybody out to preposterous Professor Pete's Pizza Planetarium. Win or lose, you're all champions. Roke there with a good try. Well, we're just about at the top of the hour, so I'll remind you again, if you want to learn a little bit more about us here at ROM Hack Races, go on over to romhackraces.com, jump on our Discord server. You can try out this patch or any of the other levels that we've raced. They're all there, all the patches anyway. And we'd love to have you on the Discord if you want to use that ROM Hack Races base ROM, or just be a part of the community, up your Kaizo skills a little bit, find some folks to talk to. We are around. romhackraces.com is the place for you, or I think !Discord in chat would work just as well. Thank you all for hanging out and for being a part of this tonight. We will be back on Saturday next with another race. I am not sure who the maker is, but there's going to be a maker and there's going to be a race, and we're all going to have a lot of fun. So thank you for being a part of it tonight. We'll see you all next week. I'm going to let our kind and wonderful restreamer, What's Up Dot, we love our trans comrades, throw it over to Trash Lord Oscar for the raid tonight. We're going to cheer them on, follow the other racers, see how they do, and go and explore the Kaizo community. There are so many great people out there, and I want to shine a light on as many of them as possible. Good night, sports fans. Thank you for hanging out tonight. You matter. Your thoughts matter. Your heart matters. Your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives. You matter to me as human beings. You matter to the internet's #1 longboy Furret. And the teammates who matter to you in your lives. Would love to hear from you about that. We know Black Lives Matter, LGBTQIA+ lives matter, Indigenous lives matter, disabled, autistic, and plural lives matter. And you. Thank you all for coming out tonight, and we'll see you at the next game. Thank you for making ROM Hack Races a little part of your Saturday. I really hope you have a good time. Catch you all next time. Keep your heads up, okay? Peace.